Hi everyone, I'm Dan Chillemi, and I've been attending Holy Family since 2012. I've also had the opportunity to serve on the vestry, as well as most recently on the Finance Committee and lead the Finance Committee. Over the past few weeks, I know we've learned a lot from Father Bruce and other parishioners over the practice of tithing and sacrificial giving. For me, growing up in the Episcopal Church, I knew about the idea of giving, and I've been putting money in the plate, so to speak, for a long time. But I have to admit that my approach to giving really changed fairly significantly once I learned and understood a lot more about how the church operates and the financial structure. Holy Family, just like any other business, we need revenue to maintain our operations, to pay our employees, and to continue to provide our service to our customers and hopefully to attract new customers. However, unlike other businesses, there is no price tag on the services that we provide. That is up to each individual and each family to pray and discern over what is appropriate for them. We also don't have any sort of endowment or any other real meaningful income source outside of what each family or church member chooses to give. So the only way that we keep our lights on and pay the pastor and maintain the youth ministry, the adult forums, the community outreach programs is all from your generosity. The other thing that we do is with every dollar that we receive, we then take 10% of that and give that to the Diocese of Indianapolis through something called apportionment. And this allows the Diocese of Indianapolis to maintain their organizational structure and the resources that they provide to our community and to other parishes as well. Over the last 2 years throughout the pandemic, we've all learned a lot, and I know we've each performed our own acts of kindness and generosity towards others that were in need. One thing that I can relate to is the idea of supporting local businesses, and particularly supporting the restaurants that we like, ordering takeout food, giving nice tips, generous tips to the servers and delivery people so that we knew they could be there and hopefully thrive and be around to provide that service to us in the future. However, I think often forgotten about were churches. Churches had many of the same financial concerns as other businesses did. In fact, the expenses really didn't go away, certainly for Holy Family, because we operate on a very lean budget to begin with. And so even though many of us were watching online and attending online, the virtual plate, so to speak, was maybe a little more overlooked than the physical plate that gets passed around during the church service. So churches, certainly had less giving during the past period when folks weren't in person and went through some of the same things other restaurants did. Now, what Holy Family does is each year we plan our budget based upon our expectations of what we intend to receive. So in late 2020, when we were planning the 2021 budget, we did make the difficult decision to operate under a deficit budget, which is something that very rarely occurs at our church. So we knew we would be dipping into our reserve fund a little bit. We were very fortunate to receive money from the Paycheck Protection Program, the PPP, the government subsidies that happened. So all those things happened and were very important and meaningful to us. But as I said, the expenses continued. But we felt it was important that we maintained the infrastructure and the resources to continue to build upon the experience that Holy Family offers our existing members and the future members that we hope to attract. Now, as church service has resumed more in person, we've already begun to see very meaningful increase in financial contributions, and it's just incredibly important that we continue to build upon that momentum. So again, since pledge income is our best way of forecasting what we can or cannot afford, it's very important, and we ask you to consider that. That's really the only way, again, that we know what we can budget for is in terms of employees and in terms of programs and just everything that goes along with running a church. So as you consider your pledge for 2022, I would ask you to think about Holy Family the same way that you've thought about other local favorite businesses of yours. What can you do to ensure that Holy Family remains vibrant and successful, and that we can continue to be the place where we can grow spiritually, teach our children about faith, be a blessing to our community, and invite our family and friends. Thank you for considering your pledge in 2022. Again, I'm Dan Chillemi. I would be happy to talk to you about any of the church finances or operational structure, as would Betty Bogum, the treasurer, or Father Bruce, of course. Thanks, and look forward to seeing you soon.